It's recording.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of Season 3 of Magic the Vlog. I'm Max.
I'm Kyle.
And this episode is going to be awesome because we've been saving up things to talk about for the whole year. As many of you noticed, we probably haven't made any new episodes in a really long time, but we've got some very cool things to talk about right now. And one more thing that I want to say before we get going into the meat of this episode is that Jake has been dead for like 3 months, and it's been a long grieving process.
Okay, so today we're going to do some Japanese pack wars, and I'll get more to that in a minute. But first, here's some deck techs.
Hello everyone, I'm here in the corner with Kyle to ask him about his newest plans. He's been grinding out some pro points at this GP Pack Wars. Let's see what he has to say. Kyle, what have you been working on?
Well, see, yes, because I am in my corner, both literally and, you know, metaphorically, metamorphically, indubitably. Anyone else have any words they want to add that don't mean anything? Nope? Okay. So anyway, I've literally cornered the market on Maratonders packs because it's like, people think it's the worst of the Maze Runners. But I think it's just going to be a huge metagame call and it's going to destroy everyone. And so I've cornered the market on them. No one else has any. Well, there might be one. I've heard that there's another player who has one. I hope I don't have to face him.
Hopefully not. Now Kyle, do you think that being here in your home court in the corner is going to give you a home field advantage today?
Oh, I believe so, definitely, yes. I mean, how could I not win? There's not like anyone could, my opponent couldn't have any friends behind me looking at my hand. I mean, and I don't wear glasses, so that takes away all the ways he could cheat. Well, except, you know, 2 explorers, I guess, but...
Well, thanks for having this interview, Kyle. Good luck to you today.
As many of you guys have probably been anticipating, sitting on the edge of your seats for months on end, here is Kyle's Corner.
Welcome to Kyle's Corner. this week I'm going to tell you about some new cards, well actually also one old card that just became viable even more, that I really just don't like in Standard. So the first one is going to be Notion Thief. So as you can see, it's Russian. This is a Russian thief. Now I don't want to make any like stereotypes here, but I mean when you name your kid Var unpronounceable, I mean really. Oh, it looks like he has leash or something. That looks like French. I don't know. Anyway, so what he does is he has it's a two blue black. So 2 colors in a blue black for a 3/1 with flash, and whenever an opponent would draw a card that except during their draw step for the first one, their turn during the draw step, so any other time they don't draw it, instead you draw it. So it's really good against like Sphinx's Revelation or anything that draws cards. And so just to clarify, if me and my opponent both had a Notion Thief out, then they would cancel each other out because they would both try to trigger on this. Yours would try to trigger on my draw, but then mine would trigger back and just steal it back for me. So yeah. But what's really annoying about it is it has flash. So if I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna Sphinx's Revelation for 3.2 billion, and they're like, no, I'd rather draw 3.2 billion cards, then I'm just kind of out of luck. Yeah. And so the second card that I'm hating right now, which isn't actually new, but it's been seeing more play now, is Assembled Legion. So what Assembled Legion does is it makes lots and lots of guys, but even when you board wipe, they just keep getting the guys again. So the problem is it's just really hard to deal without enchantment kill, and again, it just kills you eventually, like it's basically a planeswalker. The final card that I'm really, really not happy with is Sire of Insanity. This card is insane. It's mad, but we'll get into that later. So what it does is, it's a 6/4 for 4 red-black, which the cost doesn't really matter, because what it says is, at the beginning of each step, each player discards his hand. Seems totally fair, right? So I'm going to play my 6/4, then we don't get cards anymore. So what it basically does is you just, if they have like 7 cards and you just top deck this, and they're just out of luck. So it makes Revelation bad again, and so they have to top deck an answer. And so yeah, those are 3 cards that I really don't like right now. That's all for Kyle's Corner. Today Max and I are going to show you how we developed our Wonder Twin powers.
So as you begin to play Magic consistently with a single partner, I've noticed over the years that you develop a special bond with that person. And for me, really, that person is Kyle Tennisall, and he's the one from Kyle's Corner in Magic the Vlog. If you guys don't know him at all. So we've been playing Magic together for a long time. We grind out for events together, we go to PTQs, we really just travel all over, and we've developed a special bond by now. And we like to call it affectionately our Wonder Twin powers. And before any major event, we make sure to activate our powers by touching thumbs.
Wonder Twin powers, activate!
And our final segment today is going to be a rip test. I came into a card that I suspect to be counterfeit, so I'm going to have my girlfriend do a rip test on it just to make sure. It's pretty valuable, but I'm reasonably confident that it is counterfeit.
Okay guys, so Max and I traded for this card a while ago, and we're worried that it's a counterfeit. We don't think it's real, because the copyright date is not in the right year for Avacyn Restored.
Yeah, the quality of these counterfeits is really descending.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a rip test and check for the blue layer to test for authenticity. Let's figure this out, guys. I really think it's fake. I don't think it's real.
Are you mad? What are you doing?
So I'm just gonna... Oh.
Alright, thanks for tuning in this week on Magic the Vlog. You guys were really excited to make an episode finally. But we're not going to make any more for a long time, so just stay subscribed.
Yep.